there, mates and femmates. It is I, Daizo, and yep, I am completely unscripted once again, but I do have a few footnotes this time, so it's not gonna be as unorganized, I guess. So, yeah, this video is gonna be fairly spoily since we're in, like, the second floor of the theater, so skip the video if you have not played the game up to the point of the second bigger boss. So, hey, look, let's begin. So I will say, the game got a lot better. Asterisks, because, like, I had to change my mindset on how I'm supposed to, like, get through the stages. It's a very good idea to just go through the level. Like, don't try to get everything all at once. You will have a miserable time. Such is the case with the Cowgirl level, where I pretty much just ruined the whole stage for myself. I was in, like, completionist mode. Pretty much how I played Kirby Blowout Blast. Don't do that! You're gonna ruin this game for yourself. So make sure when you get everything, do it later. Enjoy the moment. So all three new of the suits that I got to try out, they're fun in their own right. I wasn't exactly keen on two of them, but the game kind of surprised me a bit. The ice skating mechanics really remind me of, like, Mario Galaxy's ice physics. Why fix something that ain't broke, am I right? So throughout the whole game, you're pretty much taught about this twirl mechanic. It lets you deal with enemies, it lets you reveal coins, it even, like, gets you, like, a few rewards if you can try to find them. But I think it works best in the ice stage, and it's just because of the context. Look, ice skating in real life, not that easy. I'm the kind of person who stays on the edges, and when I do go out in the middle, I usually fall, so whoops. Wow, what a true Canadian. I actually am Canadian. So yeah, twirling in this level is actually pretty satisfying in my opinion. Dealing with all the moving enemies while trying to skate yourself, following these context-sensitive paths later in the level, and it all just flows really nicely. We'll get to the boss later. The detective level I was pretty impressed with, because this is one of those missions that has a lot of reading, but the thing is that you can skip most of the text, which I wish the game did more often, just have the prompts be, like, skippable like that. The Dashing Thief. Yeah, that's straight up one of my favorite levels, despite the fact that the last Sparkle Gem is kind of BS. There's just a lot of, like, deactivating enemies, hacking computers. Wait a minute, if she's a hacker. You also get this futuristic hookshot, which lets you swing around kind of like Spider-Man. Oh hey, that's two games that do this. Nice! This will allow you to latch yourself onto these drones, which allows for either preserving momentum or reaching higher places. Combine that with the ability to shock these switches, and you got yourself a satisfying moveset. Wait a minute, that's just Miles Morales. Even the escape sequence is kinda cool, even though it's like, yeah, oh, wow, the final obstacle, eh. But, I mean, the Dashing Thief rehearsal actually wasn't too bad. Like, oh, it's a lot of trial and error, and if you did not play Donkey Kong Country 2, you're gonna struggle a lot. But at the very least, it's not super strict with the 100%. You can skip out, like, on the final two trails, and you're pretty much good to go. Which, yeah, I still don't really like the final obstacles that kind of replace the bosses. The one in the detective level is not bad, actually. That's kind of how I prefer, like, these sections to go. Just take your time, make sure that you keep your eye out. There's something strange. Yeah, look. There it is. That was more the issue with the first part of the game. I can imagine the pastry parts being kind of a chore to do if you mess up really bad. Lucky for me, I guess I met the criteria still, so I matched the luck out, but yeah, just be wary that the ninja, the pastry, and the Dashing Thief all have these final, like, rush out sections, so yeah, just don't mind the game too much. But if there's one good thing I can say is that when the game does revisit the suits, there's less Sparkle Gems. Yay! Less of the game that I don't like. I mean, I'm kinda joking. Because, like, the Sparkle Gems is a nice idea, and luckily you don't have to get all of them. Oh, but yeah, if you're going for 100%, get ready to either have your eyes peeled like a hawk, or, you know, retry the mission several times. Yep, the bosses are still really good. The Ghost Knight in particular, that is a really, really awesome boss fight. He does the Famgan thing where he's like on the walls and trying to summon enemies from that same plane of existence. Like, it's a cool boss. Dark Swordfire is, I mean, it's easy. It's big, it's flashy, it's just a spectacle, but like, if you're playing this game, spectacle is really all you came for, so yeah, it met the criteria, but I still really like the Ghost Knight. Yeah, the Skater's not the best boss. I would probably rank the Dark Skater as my least favorite boss fight, just because, like, the whole challenge is really just to get all the guys that he's captured, and it's not that interesting to me, but I mean, it's still like a fun fight. It's just not my favorite. It's way less egregious than the Sparkle Gems. Oh yeah, speaking of slightly challenging, ooh, Light Fang is... oh, he kicked my butt. First 2 floors, not that bad. The third one definitely has a couple twists to it. So much so, I actually got the game to tell me I suck. Well, I mean, fair. I lost all my coins, so like, can it blame me that much? The other thing about Light Fang is that it's like revisiting an element from the Mario series that's not too common, but it's definitely there. It has time travel mechanics? Huh. I mean, it is a way of like punishing you for going in the spotlight for too long, but yeah, that it's just kind of funny that this is another one of those games that like fits into the weird time aspect of a few Mario games. These ones in particular, and I really do not want to do time travel in my own ROM hack series, so no. Speaking of moments, yeah, obviously the game is pretty funny at times. I'm not gonna spoil too much here, but the final mystery in the detective mission is, it kinda got to me. It more got to me because you can actually get to it once you already know. It's even more funny because if you know what to do, you can get through that level fairly quick. And it's just funny that the game would let you do that even, because like, you know, canonically you shouldn't know that, but hey, I'm not complaining. I also find it kind of funny that the guys who interrupt the ice stage they're honestly trying their best. Like they're not that bad. Like I said, ice skating's hard. These guys know how to twirl. Obviously, they're not as good as us, but like, yeah, it is rude to interrupt a ceremony like that. But the guy who's just at the beginning, he's really just trying to join. Like, let him. I mean, yeah, it kinda sucks that he blocked it away, but, I mean, he just wants attention. Yeah, the Sour Gang is trying to cause mischief and all that, but I don't even think some of them are villains. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, these guys are bad because they covered the feats, but they're just trying to have fun, you know? Oh, I am so glad the game let us meet Mount Grape this early on. It just builds up the story just super well. It's like one of those tropes that I really do like, because it makes you want to fight her. It's like a dangling carrot. Oh, you want to fight me? Well, try to fight this boss first. Let's see how you do. Yeah, I love stuff like this. This is what I want to go for with my own ROM hacks. So yeah, all in all, the game is still fairly hard to recommend. You have to be in a very specific mindset in order to, like, get into it. But yeah, for me, it's actually improving, surprisingly. Like, I'm finding myself wanting to play it now. We're gonna try to finish it, and hopefully it doesn't throw more BS at the end. Anyway, this is Daizo. It is never goodbye. It is always a see you later. Take care.